Greetings. In a world full of wealthy owners hoovering up teams, players and titles, incompetent, egotistical owners bringing grand old names to their knees, and downright crazy owners destroying clubs entirely, the ultimate pipe dream for many football fans is to own the club themselves. Sometimes this works out rather well. Exeter City, for example, have carved out a rather nice little niche, relying on player sales rather than deep pockets and big egos. But it's not always that rosy. Today we'll be meeting a team for whom it could have worked out so well, but it didn't. And that is putting it mildly. We're in the small town of Totton, about 6 miles west of Southampton. You would think that the big city next door has more to offer the casual visitor, but actually it's the other way round. While Southampton is a vast urban sprawl attached to one of the busiest ports in Europe, there really isn't that much to see there. The town centre itself is nothing to write home about, as most aren't nowadays, but here we are at Elling Tide Mill. There are wonderful views to the left and right. It's either Elling or Ealing, I couldn't be bothered to check, and henceforth I will pronounce it both ways to annoy you. There's a view of some shipping containers right on the edge of Southampton's busy port. Totton was one of half a dozen villages that sat on the edge of the New Forest, separated from Southampton by the mouth of the River Test. When urban development came, the villages sort of merged together, so you're never quite sure whether you're in Totton or not. Elling Tide Mill sits within Ealing, part of the Totton and Elling civil parish. If you've no idea what a civil parish is, neither do I. Anyway, this is definitely in Totton. This is Snow's Stadium, home of Amalgamated Football Club Totton. It used to be called Testwood Stadium due to its proximity to Testwood Lakes, which are another fine attraction to this small town. This is the large Testwood Lake, popular with lapwing, oystercatcher and great crested grebe. Not being a twitcher myself, I have no idea what those look like. Doesn't matter because they've all gone south for the summer anyway. And here's the smaller but prettier little Testwood Lake. Anyway, let's meet the teams. AFC Totton bounced around the local Hampshire leagues for many seasons, but after the millennium, things started to pick up. In 2007 they reached the final of the FA Vase, losing to Truro City. 4 years later, they beat Bradford Park Avenue 8-1 in the first round of the FA Cup, only to lose 6-1 to Bristol City in the second round. The club have slowly climbed up the football pyramid over the last 20 years and now play in the National League South. In 1946, Gravesend United and Northfleet United merged to become Gravesend and Northfleet, and they played in the Conference and the Conference South for many years, not really going anywhere. Then in 2007, it looked as though everything was about to change. In May of that year, the club changed its name to Ebbsfleet United. Around this time, a web-based venture called myfootballclub.com had a unique idea. They wanted to invest in a football club, but instead of scouring the globe for an American or a Qatari with more money than sense, why not recruit thousands of fans, all buying memberships for a tiny sum each? The fans would become effective owners and managers of the club, having a say in everything from team selection to transfer policy. Many fans were enthusiastic about this, and about 50,000 people paid £35 each to secure their place on the board. So long as participation levels remained high and subscriptions were stable, this could have been transformative. But that's exactly what didn't happen. Apathy kicked in rather quickly. Many of those who had paid their £35 had no emotional attachment to the club and found the minutiae rather tedious. Engagement quickly dropped off a cliff. By 2011, memberships had dipped below 1,000, the club was in serious financial peril, and relations between Ebbsfleet United and myfootballclub.com had collapsed. A Kuwaiti consortium saved the club from extinction in 2013. A look at the table shows that AFC Totton are currently 4th, with Ebbsfleet down in 11th. Both teams had somewhat bruising encounters in the FA Cup last weekend, but in their own division, both are on a good run of form. Totton have won 4 of their last 5, and Ebbsfleet have recovered from a shaky start to win 3 from their last 4, so this game is genuinely hard to call. Let's take a look at the lineups. Plymouth Argyle and Ebbsfleet fans will be drawn to number 27, Craig Tanner, who had successful spells at both clubs. Former Portsmouth player Brandon Houndstrup brings experience to the front line, and on the bench is Scott Rendell, who seems to have played for just about everybody. Ebbsfleet United make 2 changes from the side that beat Maidstone in midweek. Jake Hessenthaler is the son of Andy Hessenthaler. Ebbsfleet have had 17 different goal scorers this season, so it's hard to predict who'll be the one to watch today. On the bench is goalkeeper Jonathan Macaulay, who signed on loan from Watford a few days ago. As we kick off, the harsh November sun is just starting to come down, and there are pillars in the way. I've done my best to edit the video so you can at least see what happens, but you may have to squint.
Outside, it's a nice place. How you doing, mate? You all right? Yes, I'm too, mate. Whip it in. Get it in there, Ryan. Straight in, mate.
The first 10 minutes are fairly even, but AFC Totton are looking leggy, and Ebbsfleet growing confidence. On 12 minutes, they make the breakthrough. Finlay Barnes latches onto a perfect through ball. So Totton are a goal down, and 11 minutes later, they'll be a man down as well. The ball is played down the Totton left, and the Ebbsfleet goalkeeper, Gio Bellagambi, attempts a clearance. With Ebbsfleet players frantically calling for a stretcher, it's obvious that something terrible has happened. While Bellagambi is tended to, Ash Clark is shown a red card, so now Totton have to chase the game with 10 men. It takes 18 minutes to get Bellagambi off the pitch and into a waiting ambulance. during which time both sets of players are asked to leave the field.
They've taken a second stretch road, which is the one that usually comes out of the
The rest of the second half sees Totton trying to break down a stubborn Ebbsfleet defence, but with a numerical disadvantage they cannot make any headway. In the second half, it's clear that AFC Totton are beginning to tire, and only some miraculous saves from Matt Hall prevent Ebbsfleet from scoring another. But they can't keep them out forever. Gene Kennedy receives the ball and does this. A goal that Ricky Villa would have been proud of. There's no way back for Totton. Some more tremendous work from the goalkeeper stops Ebbsfleet from making it 3, but there's only one winner now. The final whistle goes and Ebbsfleet deservedly pick up 3 points. AFC Totton go down to 5th and Ebbsfleet climb to 10th, but they are one of the form teams in this division and they may yet be in a false position. But it's all overshadowed by a horrible injury, the extent of which is not yet known, and we can only pray for good news. And that's just about it. As the winter sun bounces off the River Test at Elling or Ealing Tide Mill, I bid you adieu.